Hey guys, this is Mike with Modern Da Vinci, and welcome to our show here. We've got a pretty quick productivity tip for you today, but first I want to wish you a happy 2017, happy New Year. I'm rearing to go. I got my coffee. I just spilled it all over my hand, but hey, no worries. We're going to have a good session here. I'm going to talk to you real quick about a productivity tip, an app actually, that has really changed the way that I do a lot of things. Number one, I know a lot of you small business owners are pressed for time like I am. Number two, I know you've got way too many tabs open in your browser, and we got to get that cleaned up ASAP because I had like 70 tabs open in my browser. It was absolutely ridiculous. I had two windows, there were tabs everywhere, articles that I wanted to learn about, things I wanted to read. It was just insane, and I had to find a way to get that cleaned up. Number three, all those tabs and all of this being pressed for time leads me to something that we all have problems with, which is procrastinating. I would constantly procrastinate by going to read these articles in these tabs just to avoid doing whatever hard work I was supposed to be doing on that day. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So 2017 for me is going to be all about focus on the right things at the right time, not procrastinating, cleaning up all these tabs, getting rid of these articles, but I want to save them. But getting rid of them so that I can get on to my real work, and in the evenings or when I have a free moment I can get to this app that I'm going to talk about right now, which has really changed the way that I go through and I do research and I read about stuff like this, and it's called Instapaper. So if you've heard this before, if you've heard about Instapaper before, give me a thumbs up so I know you know what I'm talking about, especially if you like the app, because I think this app is just awesome. I bought it a long time ago when it was about $5. It may be free now for all I know. I haven't looked at the prices in a while. Even if it's $5, I don't care if it's $20. This app really is going to change the way that you deal with all these articles that I know you want to learn about on a daily basis. So here's why it helps. I'm going to go through a list of all the things that it does, and I hope at the end you'll be incentivized to go and get this. I want you to know I'm not making any money by talking to you about this app. I just love this app so much. I thought this would be a nice productivity tip, especially for people to have productivity or focus on their New Year's resolution in 2017. All right, so here we go. What is Instapaper? Instapaper is an app. It runs on iOS. It runs on Android. It works on PC. You can go to it in a web browser. And it allows you to save all of these articles, right? All these tabs you got open. You just take them one at a time and you hit Save to Instapaper, and boom, it takes the article for you and it puts it in your Instapaper account. Now, why is that a big deal? Does it seem like you're just moving the article from one place to another? It's a big deal for all of the following reasons I'm going to tell you about here. Once you get it in your Instapaper account, it's not just the web page that it's saving the article. So it gets rid of all of the advertising, all of the movies, all of the video. You know how sometimes you open up a web page and it just starts playing, music or some ad or some garbage that you don't want to listen to? It gets rid of all of that. And it just gives you the article and the images that are part of that article. And it helps you focus on just reading. When you open up the app and you look at an article that you've saved, you're truly just reading the article. It's like, think of it like a Kindle, except for web articles, right? It's awesome in that way. You tap it, boom, it opens up the article, just the text, you start reading, you're good to go. So that's number one. It saves the articles. I guess that's two things. It strips the ads for you. And now these other features are really going to help you even be more productive because you can do things like search through your articles. You can search through all of the articles, even the ones that you've read. And here's another feature for you. When you start reading an article and you finish it, you hit the archive button, boom, it goes away for you. It's kind of like closing a tab. It just gets rid of it on your reading list, but it puts it in an archive, and that way you can search for it later. So if I've highlighted a passage that I like in a certain article, right? Say I'm reading something on our own blog on moderndavinci.net. I'm reading some article about leadership. I really like what Seth had to say. Boom, I can highlight that. It saves it for me. When I archive it, I can search all those highlights later, and I can recall exactly what it is that I was interested in It's a really great feature. The archiving, the searching, you can favorite an entire article if you want to. All of this is done through the app, and it synchronizes it between all of your different devices so that you can read on your iPad or your iPhone or your Android or your Samsung tablet or whatever it is. And then when you go to the web page on instapaper.com, boom, you log in, all of that stuff is right there for you. Okay, here is a feature that is really going to let you squeeze in those few minutes that you have throughout the day, maybe when you're at the grocery store and you're waiting in line and you got a couple people in front of you and you know you've got, say, 5 to 10 minutes to wait. You can sort your articles by the approximate reading time, and it shows you on each article how long it thinks it's going to take to read based on the number of words in the article. So a lot of my articles are 5 minutes, but I got a couple 20-minute ones in there. They're pretty big reads. I can sort, and I can say, you know what, I've only got 5 minutes right now. I'm not just going to stand here and look at the candy bars in line. I want to read that article that I know is going to help me with my business. Boom, I open it up and I start reading. Now, let's say I really need to read that 20-minute article, but I've only got 5 minutes. No big deal. You start reading it. When you get to the place where you have to put the app away, it's not going to lose your spot for you. In fact, it's going to synchronize your spot wherever you left off between all of your devices so that you can pick up right where you left off, whether you're on PC or Android or iOS or whatever it is. Really awesome feature. Okay. That's probably my third favorite feature, though, and there's two more that I want to talk about. Number two, the second most favorite feature that I have is what I call podcast mode. I have no idea what they really call it. There's some button for it, and it's got a label. I've never read it before. I just know what it looks like. I call it podcast mode because when I get in the car and I'm stuck in DC traffic in the parking lot that is our highway, and I'm waiting, and I got nothing but time, I'm not going to pick up my phone and read because I see some people out there doing that. And you know what? One of those people are going to hit me one day because they're not paying attention to the road, and I'm going to get out of the car and I'm going to yell at them that they should have downloaded Instapaper, right? But you guys are safe. You're going to download it after this. I know it. I'm sitting in the car. I can listen with podcast mode to the article. So it'll start reading the article to me, which is really awesome. Now, it's not the best, right? It's not some voice actor that's reading this thing to you or the author himself. It's Siri or Cortana or, Alexa. It kind of sounds, like that digital voice. But hey, you can hear it, you can understand it, you can slow down the speech, you can speed it up, and you can really get a lot out of it. So when you've got some time, you're sitting on the metro, you're sitting in the car in traffic, you could just put it in podcast mode and sit back and listen to the article instead of reading it. And it synchronizes where you leave off. So if you want to stop listening and you want to start reading with your eyes from that point on, it'll pick up right there on all your devices synchronized. Super awesome. But that's my second favorite feature. The first favorite feature, and the biggest reason that I love Instapaper, besides all these other things, besides getting rid of the tabs and giving me more time and helping me figure out, what my reading list looks like, is that you can put it into something called speed reading mode. Now, speed reading mode will take each word of the article and it'll put it right there in the center of your screen. All right? One word at a time, and it'll flip words at you, right? One by one, it's just shooting those words at you. And because you don't have to move your eyes, right? Because you don't have to go like this and read and look up and down and swipe and do all this stuff, it can just shoot these words at you. I can read twice as fast that way, sometimes more than I can read normally. So I figure I read 250 words a minute, maybe 300 on a good day. This thing, I can crank it up to 500, 550, 600, and it's just shooting those words at me. I sit back, I stare at that one spot on the screen, and it's like it's downloading the article right into my head, like the Matrix. It's awesome. My number one favorite feature on Instapaper, speed reading. Like I said, I don't know if it's $4.99 anymore or if it's free. It might be free now. If it's $20, it's totally worth it to be able to close all those tabs, regain your time, and especially focus in 2017. So that's all for now. I hope that this was a helpful video for you. I hope you got something out of it. I hope that you go and download Instapaper and you clean up all those tabs and you get your reading list in order. And this gives you some time back in your day and helps you organize a little bit better. If you like this, please share it. There's a lot of small business owners out there that are pressed for time and that they need small tips like this will go a long way for them. So just go ahead and share it for me. That would be super awesome. And if you want to get notified of more articles, podcasts, videos like this with productivity tips or tips and in-depth articles on the 5 critical areas of small business function: leadership, strategy, team building, marketing and sales, or products and services development, go to www.moderndavinci.net, and right at the top of the screen, right at the top of the web page, there's a little subscription. Just click on that, put your email in, hit subscribe. We'll never spam you. We're only going to send you high-quality articles or videos or podcasts once a week, every week, so that you can learn how to be a better small business owner and join a community of small business owners that are all getting better at what they do and having that competitive advantage. So, again, happy 2017. Thanks for joining us here in the new year. I hope you guys are set up for massive growth and success. Contact us at www.moderndavinci.net. Share this if you like it, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks a lot.